This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. It'll be the Warriors off the tip. And here's Curry. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. It's a three-point game. Here's Jokic. Pass to Jones. 4 on the clock. No good from outside. You know, Richard, the Warriors have the third most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, and 2 of those came as the Philadelphia Warriors, though, including the first NBA championship back in '47. And then they had the one with Rick Barry in '75. But most people know about their rings from the last decade or so in this dynasty.
Now here's Jokic. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Edgecombe. Pass to Curry. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Curry. Scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Back to Jokic. Outside for Mitchell. Can't get it to fall. To the paint. Left side Curry. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Curry's got 5.
Well, Curry's accuracy makes the mid-range easy pickings. He just goes up, nails the shot with ease.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him the obvious. Is there anything you can do to slow down Jokic? He was surprisingly candid with his plan, and he said they want to force him to switch out onto the perimeter shooters, hoping that he expends a lot of energy and create favorable mismatches. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
It's blocked. And they'll keep possession. The Warriors leading. Here's Edgecombe. And rejected. And they'll get another chance. Tries again. Just 5 on the clock. O'Neal misses. Johnson on the wing. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And that was good.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Inside. Here's O'Neal. And it's Denver with a rebound. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Valanciunas sets a screen. Mitchell. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Just such good control. Donovan Mitchell, oh, he's outstanding in that in-between area.
Outside Pajemski. Fires the 3. Jones grabs the board. The Nuggets lead by 3. Mitchell with the ball. He's got 5. And he's going for the oop here. And the dunk by Jones.
The defense has been locked in on Mitchell, but he's done a good job making the right play.
.24 seconds left in the opening quarter. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Outside Mitchell to the middle. And the dunk by Jones.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, leading by 14. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Let's find out the news on Stephen Curry. Allie, what do you have?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors provided some info for us. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. The good news from the training staff is that they do think he can play on it, so he won't have to miss minutes. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks for the intel.
Listen, the big thing is now we have more information on what's going on with him. Hopefully, there's no setbacks.
Clock at 6. And the dunk by Jones.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. And Grant David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A. Basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this.
That's good from George. In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman, Grant.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. Curry. Oh, Curry with the touch.
And Curry makes the floater look so sweet. You just assume that it's going in the minute he releases it.
Here's Mitchell. Count that one. Mitchell's got 7.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Curry, he's open. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Richard, looking at your career, 17 years in the league. How'd you survive the grind of a regular season that many years?
Well, one, you got to take care of your body, and two, evolution is the key to success. I was a different player when I was year 3 than I was at year 15. You have to continue to evolve.
When we talk about Donovan Mitchell, Richard, how impressed are you with his leadership?
He's been great. Every season, Mitchell has accepted more and more responsibility. He knows he's looked at as a leader, and his drive to win really motivates those around him.
And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected.
Now Jokic. He's got 6. Denver moving it around. They swipe it. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Curry draws the double. Here's Podziemski. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Celtics. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. They set the pick. Outside Curry. From behind the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic with it. Jordan picks him up. Pass to Brown. Back to Jokic. 51 seconds left in the first half. And it's Watson missing. Warriors trail by 7. Jordan the screen. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
And the Warriors will go with a different look here. They double team Curry. Pass to Edgecombe. 6 to shoot. Back to O'Neal. No good with a layup. Denver leading by 7. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Outside, Brown. Now Johnson. He can't get it to go. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. It's George on the wing. And so it's Denver closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. So it's Denver now. They lead by 7. Pass to Jokic. Here's Jones. Back to Jokic.
That's a big man down there. I mean, when Jokic gets ideal positioning inside, he uses his size to draw contact. Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
Denver leading by 9. Pass to Jones. And there's the lob. It's intercepted. Outside O'Neal. On the wing, Curry. They double-team Curry. Over Mitchell. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Outside Brown. Back to Brown. Jones from outside. O'Neal pulls it in.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
George outside. Outside Curry. Pass to Green. Green gets up and powers it down.
With how much Draymond moves in the offensive end, Green gets a lot of dunk opportunities.
On the wing, Jones. Left side, Brown. To the inside. Oh, George with a steal. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Here's Edgecombe. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. And now just a 5-point Denver lead. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Stephen Curry is nearing the finish line. He said every year there's some new style, new energy coming through that challenges you. And seeing these young dudes come up and understanding how much talent there is, this is not going to be around forever. So enjoy every moment of it. Back over to you, Brian.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Outside Curry. Screen by O'Neal. Down low. 4 on the clock.
Oh, Curry is one of the toughest covers in this league, especially when he's working the pick and roll.
Oh, there's the alley! And the dunk by Jones.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Curry looking it over. Over Valanciunas. Jones grabs the board.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the board.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Substitution on the court.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Back to Jokic. Inside, Jokic drops it in.
Helps his team in so many ways. Jokic is more than just a leader.
They double him with Brown. Back to Payton. Pass to Podziemski. Now here's O'Neal. 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here we go. Right side Brown. Outside Mitchell. It's Jokic, high post. Jokic using his size.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. They double him with Brown. Pass to Payton. Oh, he picked him clean. Now Jokic. And they go to the intentional foul. This is his second trip to the line in the game. And he can't get the first one.
Off the line for the Nuggets.
He hits the second from the line.
And the skill set that Jokic possesses, arguably the most skilled center to ever play the game.
Outside Pajemski to stop the run. He buries it from three. And we've reached the end of the third. It's Denver up 9. And time for a short break. Stay right there. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Warriors trail by 9. Here's the pick. For 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks. Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to Edgecombe. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Yeah, and I like seeing Edgecombe rise up like this. Plays like this prove he belongs in this league.
Johnson on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the long J. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. They double-team Curry. Pass to Pajemski. Outside Curry. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Clever move by Curry, using the play to make room for a different shooter.
There's the screen by Johnson. To the middle. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition.
Whoa! Unreal!
Okay,
that's what they came for.
Wow. B.J. Edgecombe. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot of these highlight reel plays over his career. And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now here's Pajemski. Curry outside. Jokic with a rebound. Denver leading by 7. Jones, and he nails it.
Well, Jokic is the passing big man. The assist he racks up from his position are something else.
Here's George. Jordan the screen for 3. It's money from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Puts one up from 19, and it's in there.
How many times have we seen this? His team needs a bucket, and Steph does what Steph does.
Here's Edgecombe. Stolen by Jones. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, no good on the dunk. Warriors trail by 5. Now George. Jordan inside. 18 feet out. Oh, no good.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Mitchell. A strong move by Mitchell inside.
He's such a determined offensive player. It's not enough to get the bucket. Mitchell wants the and one also.
So both teams making some changes here. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. There was a sense of urgency. Coach said, quote, "We are right there, guys. Just stay together and trust one another. Let's take this one. Guys, let's see how that message resonates with the team."
Thanks for that, Allie. That free throw is good for Mitchell.
We've seen Donovan Mitchell go off. He's gone for 70-plus in a game. That is special.
Outside George. Here's Green. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Jones outside. Now Mitchell.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And stolen by Brown. Now it's Jones. Jokic outside. Here's Jones. It's stolen away.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And here's Jokic. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that'll do it, folks.